Hi everybody, it's Neil Armstrong, your fitness coordinator here at the Covington. And for this next video, we're going to be working on a little bit of our Tai Chi, the parts of it, the Yang 24 short form. So we'll do it a little differently today in that we're going to practice solely from the chair, which I know some of you, that'll be like a sigh of relief because it takes out one half of the equation. So on that note, let's get started. All right, so first things first, find a chair that is comfortable, pretty flat, not too much cushion. If you need to modify the chair a little bit, you can take a couple pillows or something and place them under the bum, and then that way you can have a little bit more height in the sitting bones. Otherwise, let's start with the first thing here, just getting things warmed up. So go ahead and bring the hands in front of you, and we're going to start with expansion of the ball, we'll call it. So you can imagine that there is a physical ball between the hands. Obviously there isn't, but you really want to imagine as we're going through all of these sort of a ball that can be stretched, it can be compressed, I can pull it in different ways, up, down, whatever it may be. And if you can keep that in mind, it should get you pretty far. All right, so we're going to start by taking an inhale and pulling that ball apart, using an exhale to bring it together. Breathing through this, nice full inhale through your nose, maybe an exhale out the mouth. You'll notice there's a little bit of movement through the elbows, the hands, the whole arm. I can feel my shoulder blades moving ever so slightly. Continuing to breathe. Let's take one more. And meeting with the ball at the belly button. All right, so the next one that we can go for is going to be literally holding the ball. So what we can do is reposition the hands so that in this case I have my right hand on top and the left hand is on the bottom. So from here I'm just going to turn the ball over, and now my left hand is on top, right hand is on bottom. And I'll do it again. And you'll notice I'm turning the ball about belly level. I don't need to be, with this big size ball. I can keep it nice and small and getting that nice easy turn back and forth. Let's take one more. Very nice. So hopefully you will have ended with your right hand on top. If you haven't, go ahead and rotate the ball so that the right hand is on top. And we're going to then bring the bottom hand as if you were holding a ceiling, and then swipe that right hand down by the waist, and I bring the ball back to the belly. Now that bottom hand goes up, and the left hand by the hip, the waist. Compress the ball, and I repeat. Compressing the ball, and I can exhale as I separate the hands, inhale as I draw them together. And let's take one more with each hand. Very nice. And ending back at center. All right, so from here, we've gone through the majority of our warm-up. So we're gonna bring that ball right to the belly area. And you'll notice I've changed the hands slightly here. So we're going to start with the right hand on top. And we can go through the first move, part the wild horse's mane. Keep in mind, I'm not going to go in order of the form. We're just going to do a couple pieces and practice them. So from here, you're going to bring the bottom hand forward and the top hand by the hip. I gather my ball and I repeat, separating my hands, gathering the ball, separating the hands, coming in, exhale as I separate, inhale as I gather. Let's take one more. And meeting at the center here. So we'll add in a little bit of footwork here, nothing fancy. We're just going to be tapping or lightly stepping one of either left or right out to the side as we go through the hand gesture. So from here, if your left hand is on bottom, you're going to be moving the left foot. Same thing, when the right hand is on bottom, you move the right foot. So let's go through it a couple more times. Part the wild horse's mane with that foot step. First time. And reach. Ball comes in. I take a little step and I reach. And again, second time. Third time. And don't be too hard on yourself if you find that you're fumbling the movement a little bit here. This stuff gets better with time and, most importantly, with practice. So if you have to pause the video, you can rewind it, anything. Doing it multiple times, all that stuff is good. And we'll go through one more repetition. Very nice. We've got that ball and it's midsection. We'll go through another move, brush knee. So similar to part the wild horse's mane, you'll see it's a little different in some aspects. So like before, we will just practice the hands, then we'll add in that little foot step. So with our first brush knee here, I had a little brain fart there, we're going to bring the ball to the left waist. I'm going to lift the ball up, brush past the left knee, and push the hand forward. Ball goes to your right, you lift, you come across the left knee, you push the hand forward. And I repeat, lifting the ball, separating the hands, coming down toward the waist, lift, separate, exhale. As we finish this side, we will then add our foot step, bringing that ball to your left waist. We're going to be stepping with the right foot, or excuse me, no. It'll be your left foot. Had another little brain fart. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so from here, we're going to lift the ball, step forward, brush across, push. Bring the hands toward the hip, lift the ball, step, brush. Lift and brush across, ball to the waist, I lift, I separate, and step. Let's take one more complete one. Very nicely done. Coming back to our starting position. Next one we can go through, Repulse the Monkey. So again, just the hands first. You're going to take that left arm, reach it back, come past and toward the ear. As you push it forward, the opposite hand extends out. I bring the hand toward the ear, and I brush the hands over each other. So with this one, there's a little more rotation than the other two. So you don't have to over-rotate your shoulders or your torso or anything. So what you can think about is not to reach too far back. But if you think out to the side and then forward, out to the side and forward. And I changed my mind. We can just do the hands for this. We don't have to take a step. But we will continue moving, making sure you haven't forgotten about the breath. Looking for softness in the fingers, the knuckles, the wrists, all the way up to the elbows, the shoulders. We're going to take one more. And we will bring that ball back to the belly, and we can go for our next one, ward off. So also kind of similar to part the wild horse's mane. So you'll see the slight difference. So we can start here holding the ball on your, which side is this? Your left. And you're going to just squish the ball, bring your right hand in front of the body while the left hand goes toward your waist. From here, I will grasp the bird's tail, drop the elbows as you lift the hands, and then I'm going to roll the hands back. Take that hand wrist to wrist as you press forward, separate, coming through your pushing chi. And the ball comes to your right. You squish it a little, bring that left arm in front of you, palm facing you. And then I'm going to grasp the bird's tail, roll the ball back and up, wrist to wrist, as I push forward and draw back into pushing chi. Ball comes again to the left, and we go again. Pushing chi. And bringing the ball to the waist again. I separate. I grasp the bird's tail. I roll it back. Cross the wrists. Separate, pushing chi. Let's take one more. And separate, grasp the bird's tail, roll it back, wrist to wrist, separate the hands, pushing chi. Ball to the waist, squish and separate, as you then grasp the bird's tail, rolling back, wrist to wrist, separate, pushing chi, and releasing to center. Nice. Let's go through a single whip here. So we'll do each side, and I know we haven't been adding in the footstep, but this one we will add in the footstep. And I think we'll just go right into the footstep because it's not too complicated. So what we will do is you are going to reach the left hand out, drop the fingers into a bird's beak. You will step the right foot as you reach the right hand forward. I bring it in, and I make my whip, reach the hand. Very nice. Again. Coming center, bird's beak, reaching away. And similar to Repulse the Monkey, you don't have to reach that bird's beak hand too far out. You can keep the elbow nice and bent, soft. We've got one more each side. Very nice. Going through one more here. Fair lady works the shuttles. So we will start with the ball to your left. You're going to bring that bottom hand up, think like you're blocking out the sun, and push the opposite hand forward. You bring the ball to the opposite side, bottom hand blocks, other hand reach. Bringing that ball back, and fair lady works the shuttle. Coming down, and again, fair lady works the shuttle. We'll go through about 2 more times. Remember that bottom arm lifts, that top hand presses forward. And you may find you don't have to lift the arm very high, especially if it's uncomfortable for your shoulder. This will be our last time. Bringing that ball back to center here. Let's go ahead and take an inhale, stretch the ball apart. Exhale, compress. One more stretch apart. Exhale, compress. Last time, 3 a charm. Open, inhale. Exhale, compress. Very nice. Hands can come down and just float. We're going to inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, press the chin back. Inhale, reach the arms forward, follow the hands down. Again we go. Breathing in, exhale, pressing the head back. Inhale, reach, and look down. Last time. We'll bring the hands in front of us, about face level, and you're going to be looking at them very intently like a mirror. And you're going to follow one of your hands out to the side. You're not looking for discomfort, so if you don't have very much range here, work with the range that you do have. We will take one more. Bringing the hands to center, setting them on the lap. Let's all take a nice inhale and exhale. 2 more. Breathing in, letting it go. Last breath, inhale, and let it out. All right, everybody, that'll conclude it for this first video of Tai Chi in a chair. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so that you get notified whenever I post more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.